Well, the LA Lakers were in action last night against the mediocre, middling, subpar Utah Jazz, and they did narrowly, very narrowly escape 108-106, despite a ferocious Utah Jazz rally attempt as they outscored the Lakers 17-6 down the stretch in the final 4.5 minutes of the game. And in fact, Utah had an opportunity to win it at the gun, but the three-point attempt was off. After the game, JJ was pontificating and talking about how they are one of the worst shooting teams in the entire NBA.
We're literally one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA right now. I don't think that's who we are.
And Redick, no doubt, is talking about their three-point shooting percentage, and to put a number on it, they are the 26th rated three-point shooting team based on percentages. But luckily for the old Lakers, they really don't shoot that many. They are only 26th in the league in terms of three-point attempts. And they are making up for it overall because they are tied with the Denver Nuggets atop the NBA in highest overall field goal percentage. They're shooting 50.6%, again, tied with the Nuggets, the only two teams league-wide that are shooting in the 50% range this season. Furthermore, don't worry because the officials got their back as always. The Lakers are second league-wide in free throw attempts as well at the moment. But yes, nothing is necessarily popping off of the page when you look at the LA Lakers this season in terms of their overall net rating on defense or offense. And when you watch them actually play night in and night out, again, they're barely scraping by many of these games and against, in many instances, subpar teams like last night against the Utah Jazz. But JJ spoke to why and how they have won 12 of their 16 games despite not necessarily distancing themselves in any specific category this season.
Togetherness is important. Playing for each other. The bench spirit tonight was great. I do think there's something with this group where we just, whatever the game requires that night, that's what we're going to do to try to put us in a position to win.
And yeah, Redick is talking about chemistry here, but not to worry because all of that is probably going down the drain because, well, this guy returned.
Shit, like this week was kind of like my training camp for me, to be honest. I didn't get an opportunity to practice with the guys at all.
And LeBron isn't concerned at all about the shooting. I mean, why would he be? He's obviously going to keep taking those shots.
It won't last. I'm not worried about it. We got too many good shooters. It won't last.
And LeBron is one of the major culprits here in taking these bad shots. He was 0 of 4 last night from the three-point line. He did end the game with 17 points, but on only 8 of 18. And he was primarily making literally every basket in transition, fast breaks, layups, and dunks. A tale as old as time, that is, for LeBron, just making mostly all of his points from 3 feet and into the basket. He did, however, lead the LA Lakers with a robust minus 14 on the night. More on that in a moment. But when I went on ESPN's homepage last night, just after the Lakers game ended, I saw something, the main headline, the main clip that they were showing when I first logged in was that LeBron James glides to the basket for a dunk, showing this highlight. Obviously, no mention of the Lakers surviving his heinous performance last night, or really no mention on Luka Doncic carrying the way, driving the bus, carrying LeBron James, which is going to be the story all year long. Luka, by the way, had a pretty big highlight last night on the defensive end, getting the steal and nutmegging Kevin Love here, leading the fast break and finishing with the alley-oop. And the big takeaway I had on that play was Kevin Love is still in the NBA. I watch a lot of NBA basketball, but raise your hand if you knew that Kevin Love was still an active NBA player this year. He is. He's playing for the Utah Jazz. He's playing all of roughly 14 minutes a game and scoring 5 points a night on 39% shooting. Why is Kevin Love doing this to himself? A Hall of Fame player with an elite prime, I would say, in the NBA, a champion, along with LeBron James, of course. Why is he doing this? Why is he masquerading around out there with the Utah Jazz, pretending still to be a viable NBA player? This poor guy was born in the 80s, and he's just scrapping along on the Utah Jazz, the hapless Utah Jazz, not really even getting minutes. Kevin, it's time to let it go, brother. Just hang it up. Go the route of CP3. Can we get an announcement or something? Hell, just retire midseason, Kevin Love. But back to his running mate on that 2016 NBA championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, who has now been with the Lakers for going on damn near a decade, believe it or not. And the last 2 seasons in particular, LeBron has been leading the Lakers in the wrong category. He is the reverse leader in plus minus. This guy is the undisputed minus king over the last 2 seasons, and he has picked up right where he left off last year in these first 2 games. Last night, despite the 2-point win against the now 5-win Utah Jazz, LeBron James was minus 14. And no other Laker was in the negatives in the plus-minus scale other than Austin Reeves, who was just a -1, and DeAndre Ayton, who was -4, but he only played in 13 minutes. By the way, he got hurt and only played those 13 or 14 minutes, and that spells sheer doom for the Lakers if he's going to miss any substantial amount of time, or if he's not going to be able to be healthy this season. That's going to create a big problem underneath for them. But the biggest problem they have on the team right now is the alleged GOAT, the self-proclaimed king, who just makes them worse, undeniably. This guy gets on the floor and hurts the Lakers in every minute that he's out there. Again, a -14 last night, not only substantially led his Lakers team, it was the second worst number last night for either the Jazz or Lakers, second behind only Kyle Filipowski, the backup center for the Utah Jazz, and that is just dreadful for LeBron James. But again, this should come as absolutely no surprise to anybody out there because he was a -54 last season. -54 on the year for a team that won 50-plus games and finished as the 3 seed in the NBA Western Conference. -54, in case you weren't keeping track, was good for 20th best on the LA Lakers. That really is an absolutely stunning and incomprehensible number for LeBron James last season. For a guy who made an All-NBA team, running out there as the 20th best player on his own team in plus minus, the 20th most important player. Let me just clarify this for you. If you are 20th best on your own team in plus minus, you aren't valuable at all. You are a deterrent. You are hindering and impairing your team's ability to win games. But this seemingly is how it's going to be all season long. Luka Doncic last year, in 30 games played basically for the LA Lakers, was around a plus 200. Austin Reeves was plus 200 last season. So how is it LeBron James -54? That's what it's going to be all year long, probably even worse this season. The Lakers are just going to get leads with LeBron James off of the floor. He's going to come on and give it all back to the other team, even when they're playing subpar, middling teams like the Utah Jazz. What's going to happen when they actually get into the beefiness of their schedule in this thick and deep Western Conference? Well, more than likely, it's going to look not good. Below not good.
Below not good. Not good at all in any of those areas, see?
But they'll continue getting fat on unimpressive and below average teams throughout the regular season on the back of Luka Doncic and to a lesser extent Austin Reeves. They'll get into the playoffs probably with a top 4 seed line where they will more than likely lose in the first round again, and it will be again because of LeBron James.
It's a complete crap.
Of course, likely no one in the mainstream media will be covering it. You'll just be inundated with things like ESPN was dropping last night. LeBron James glides in for a dunk. So that, guys, is why you need to click that subscribe button now and get on board. Join the Skap Attack team, guys. Please do make sure, as always, that you like this video, comment on it, hype it up, and guys, most importantly, hit that notification bell or whatever the hell that little button thing is, so you guys are notified whenever I come on. I go live at certain points and times as well. So that is the easiest way to know when I drop a video, because I do post things at all kinds of unique and strange times. There's really no set schedule, rhyme, or reason to when I'm posting. So just click the notification bell to stay up to date with more from me. Until next time, guys.